dead, where evil lurks in every shadow and monsters roam the streets. Mankind's only survival rests in the hands of two Welsh warriors. Armed with boomsticks, chainsaws, bad language, these beacons of hope will stop at nothing to obliterate deadites, vampires, psychotic nurses. So, hold tight, strap in, and let the professionals take charge. Otherwise, you're in for a rough, blood-soaked night.
Hey, here we are. How's it going?
I bloody love that intro video, mind.
I know, it is good. Do you know, right? Another voiceover guy. I paid a guy on Fiverr to do the voice.
Yeah.
Bless him. I said, look, a deadite is something from Evil Dead. He goes, oh, I know Evil Dead. I was like, it's fine. And he's quite an old guy. And he said, oh, when you finish the trailer, can you send me it? So I just want to see. And I never did.
Ah, bless him.
I know. You right? How's it going?
What's his name? I'm going to send it to him. He deserves that. That's a bloody good intro.
Johnny Fiver, I think his name was. Something like that.
Johnny Fiver. Yeah, do you know what? I'm extra good with the announcement of For the Love of Horror last night because Simon Pegg.
I know, it's crazy.
That guy has been on my bucket list since I've been doing conventions. Top 3, I'd say, and Nick Frost is beside him. So I'm hoping they announce Nick Frost. But, oh my God, meeting Simon Pegg.
It was number 1, Bruce Campbell or John Carpenter?
Well, Kurt Russell isn't number 1 because I don't think there's any chance of meeting him. So Bruce Campbell's number 1. I've kind of met John Carpenter. I'll take it. I've been in the same room as him, so I'll take that. But do you know who's in the top 5, Jenks?
Oh, me.
Anthony Starr, Homelander. I'd love to meet the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bucket list
he's
one.
in a film now called G20.
Yeah, G20.
Right, let me say something now, right? I had a client yesterday and I was talking to him about new movies and I pitched in the story, right? The G20 summit, and you've got this pretty oldish, out of shape-ish woman being the president, and it's a die-hard film and she's kicking everybody's head in because she's like ex-CIA or something. And I said, I swear to God, this is not a spoof I'm pitching you. This is a real film. It's an action thriller. This is not a piss take. And I showed her a picture of Viola Davis. And he's like, what? She is the tough guy. It's ridiculous. I think they thought there'd be a bigger market and they've just dumped it on Amazon Prime, innit?
Yeah, maybe. But they did release a compilation of Anthony Starr in the movie, just loads of clips of him. And I'm like, this movie looks epic. But it's just him. He's awesome. Do you know what I mean?
I think his casting as I'd say Zoolander then. Homelander is probably one of the best casting decisions ever. It's up there with Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man and Hugh Jackman.
Oh, shut up.
It is. You don't think so?
I don't care about Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. He plays Robert Downey Jr.
No.
I don't care about it. I really don't. It's not a casting I go, that was the best casting ever.
Are you serious?
No one else
amazing.
I don't care. Couldn't care
he
less about him.
He actually built this. The whole of Marvel is on his shoulders. That's how good he is.
When Iron Man died, yes.
You twat. Yeah, when Iron Man died. When Iron Man died, Marvel died with him. Took him with him.
Yeah. But Hugh Jackman, I agree with you. But I don't care about Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man.
I love it.
I've only seen Iron Man 1.
Iron Man is my favourite Marvel movie ever.
Right, enough Marvel talk now. This is a horror podcast, right? We're going to talk horror.
Do you know, you'd be gutted if I swoop in now and we have a photo together with Simon Pegg, and I'm like a newbie to like these conventions, and like my second convention, Simon Pegg.
I know. We have got a guest on tonight, guys. We have Movie Squirm, Jordan Carroll. He is going to be with us soon. He's running a little bit late.
No, Curtis. He's in the green room, yeah. We don't bring our guests out straight away. They come and see us.
We'll bring him out about past, guys. We'll have about half hour chat and then we'll bring him out later.
Yeah, keep you waiting. Yeah, we got to bring his out quick.
I'll tell you what I watched recently, Jenks. The Rule of Jenny Penn. It's got John Lithgow and Jeffrey Rush.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, right, it is one of the most mean-spirited movies I've ever seen. So
Really?
it's a new horror film on Shudder.
Yeah.
And I expected it to be quite supernatural or some sort of horror elements in there. It is literally about John Lithgow plays this psychotic old guy in this nursing home that just goes on bullying the other tenants, or whatever you want to call them.
Residents.
Jenks, it is horrific.
I'm going to watch
It's horrible. He's got this little puppet doll thing on his hand.
Yeah.
And they've given him these piercing blue eyes and these horrible teeth, right? And he's horrific, Jenks. And his performance in this, now I know he's played a bad guy quite a few times if you go back to early Brian De Palma movies.
Cliffhanger.
But this is like his calling card to play the Joker. That's how good he is in this film. He's so menacing. He's got this horrible, evil laugh in it. If he wasn't close to the end of his career, even though he's signed on to play Dumbledore for the next 10 years, he is horrific in it. I've never seen him like it, honestly.
Yeah. I love John Lithgow. I think he's brilliant.
Yeah, it's great. Have you seen Raising Cain?
No, I haven't seen that. He used to be a villain quite often. Like he was a villain in Santa Claus the movie.
Yeah, Blowout.
Beezy.
Great film.
Yeah, Cliffhanger. Great film. I watched that the other day. I've been going back to like old action movies.
Hey, Craig Fairbrass.
Craig Fairbrass.
Craig Fairbrass.
He was in front of me in a queue before in a hotel, and I was going to talk to him, but I thought, I'm not that guy. He was with his wife.
At least just like get a photo of him, like, you know.
Well,
that's cool though.
As it happens, it was a 4-star hotel, so he was slumming it, right? Yeah. And I was like, and he is a big guy in real life, you know. Sometimes they exaggerate the size, and he was in front of me. I said to my wife, "That's Craig Fairbrass." Guess what she said? Ooh.
Right? Oh yeah, of course.
Ooh, he's from Cliffhanger. No, and he was talking to his wife, and there was something wrong with the reservation, and his wife was not arguing, but you could see something was going on, and he was getting a bit agitated. I thought, that's not a good time. Anyway, we've got our guest here. Are we ready to bring him out?
Yes, let's get it done.
He's been waiting in the green room, and here he is.
Right? Can't hear you. God.
Hang on then. Where are we? Well, your volume's up.
Yeah, we can hear you, pal. Can you hear us?
There's always something in it. And he's gone. Back to the green room where you belong.
I just kicked him, I did. I just kicked him.
Yeah, look, he's taking too long. Get him in the green room. What was I saying? Yeah, and he was on his phone. He looked a bit agitated. His wife was trying to sort out the room. There was a problem. And I thought,
you're not going to bother Craig Fairbrass.
He might deck me or something. But oddly enough, at that point, I hadn't watched, like, I'd seen the first Rise of the Foot Soldier.
But he didn't become his character properly, did he?
He hadn't made the sequels, and I kind of fallen in love with Pat Tate, the character. Because I said to my mate who was watching, I said, I know he's dead in the character, but just keep making him tough. And they have done that now. They just thought, fuck it.
Do you know my problem with the last Foot Soldier was that it was too good. It wasn't corny enough.
I 100% agree with that. Says, like,
I was
too good.
Oh, it's too good.
Yeah. Can you hear us, pal?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
What's happening, pal?
Not all right, mate. I just got the babies to bed then, so sorry I'm a bit late.
Excuses.
It's been too long, Jod. It's been too long, pal.
It has me. Sorry, my camera's like not like your two. I don't know what's going on there. I usually use StreamYard, so.
It's all good, pal. We're going to be quite small anyway because we'll be using the tier maker, so it's all good.
Except me, I'm going to keep mine big, obviously.
Right, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm just going to run through the chat quickly, say hello to everyone.
Yes.
And then we'll get started, is it? Right, we've got Wendy, evening Kirsten Jenks, evening everyone. Hi, Wendy, how you doing?
Wendy.
We've got John Moran. John, you're on holiday, pal. What's going on?
That doesn't matter.
Evening, pal.
Gotta keep watching our channel.
Appreciate you coming on. We've got Eli Cortez. What's up, Jenks and Curtis and the mighty Twisted Knights? We're going to trademark that soon, pal. It's coming.
Yes.
Who else have we got? We've got Ella Starr.
Hi, Ella.
Nice of you to join us on a Wednesday, Ella. I know you usually work late on a Wednesday, don't you? We've got the Palfinator. Hey guys, a lot of chitter chattering. We've got Our Life in Horror. How you doing, guys?
Aye.
Yes, Eli, Simon Pegg and Nick Frost are the
so
men.
good.
John says Banshees rule, one of my favourite TV shows for pure unadulterated action fight scenes. Banshee was the first thing I seen Anthony star in. And
he's such a good actor.
He's washed that role out of his mouth with Homelander. I do love Banshee though, but yeah.
Homelander is my favourite, probably one of my favourite villains, or certainly modern times.
Oh God, yeah. John says John Lithgow was amazing in Jenny Penn. I love how they don't over-explain his backstory. Yeah, that's what's perfect about it.
Yeah.
You just get that little tease of what his connection is to the nursing home. The transition from Lithgow to Fairbrass was smooth as fuck. We're getting too good to this podcasting thing, I'm telling you.
When he kicks, does he kick? Not in Clearfound. I was a fucking good striker. Who's he kicked now? The guy Yandu from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, Michael Rooker.
Michael Rooker. He boots him in
I
the
haven't
face.
seen that film in about 20 years.
Yeah. How's things, Jordan?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad. Just tired all the time, really.
Well, don't worry, because we've got a tier that's about 50 films, so it's no problem.
Are you 30 yet, John?
Sorry?
Are you 30 yet?
I'm 36.
Oh, well, that's when I started to decline, pal. As soon as I hit 30, the fatigueness kicked in.
Yeah. I'm hoping it picks up when they start sleeping through, but when that will be, I don't know. But I've just been basically just watching movies and stuff, mate. You know, the usual, really. How about yourself? You okay?
I'm good. I watched... I watched Novocaine last week. There was a fun film, silly but fun.
I watched it last night.
Yeah, you liked it?
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah. It's a very simple movie to watch. You know, it's easily digestible, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't see him just having like a little cast and a little bit of skin draft. His arm was basically hanging off, wasn't it? It'd be gone.
I know. It was good. It was a good way to utilize. Like I'm going to give spoilers away, but it was a good way they done a certain kill towards the end of the movie.
With the ball. Yeah. I give it a solid. I think 3.5 stars. I think it deserved that. It was a very fun movie. It weren't a movie that I'm going to be screaming at people to watch, but definitely a fun movie. He's had a good year. Well, he's had a good few years.
Yeah, he's not the most versatile, though. He basically plays the same like loser, weak guy with woman problems, isn't it?
Hey,
all three.
Let's not throw the word loser around lightly, okay, Jenks? You might want to take a look in the mirror, pal.
But he's in my favourite film of the year. Well, second favourite film of the year, Companion. I love that film so much.
What's your first? It's not Presence, is it?
It's Better Man.
Okay, thank God for that. All right.
Yeah. Well,
I can forgive you for that, but if Presence ends up in our end of year top 10,
I love Presence. Have you seen it, Jordan?
Yeah, it's in like me top. I think it's 4th.
Yeah. Don't, John. Really?
Yeah, I just liked the different approach, the way they directed it and stuff. I liked all the family drama going on and everything, and it's not really a horror though. I don't think.
How about you two crack on with this tier list, right? I'm going to go watch some proper films.
We know what Street Trash. We know what his idea.
Whoa, no! Is this going to be a gang obsession now? Come on.
Look, everybody picks on me usually, so you're getting a taste of my medicine, right?
I'll take it.
Shall we crack on? Because we've got a big list.
Let's do it.
I didn't want to leave anything out, and Curtis suggested that we just kind of go through it quicker because we've been here for 5 hours.
Yeah. So let's get as many movies as we can on there, but let's not review them. Let's just say this is a great film. This is going to go here, and then boom, on to the next one, because we can get through more movies and we can obviously just chat as we go along. You know.
Better.
Oh, there we are.
Yeah, I can't see myself, but I can see you two perfectly, so that's all right.
Shall we, if you don't mind, John, or you don't have to, just me and Curtis, should we take it in turns to like mention the film and I go through one by one. Otherwise, it's just be me yapping for 48
Yeah, if
minutes.
you want, mate. So, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. Let me get the screen then. 1 second. Share screen. Give me a
The only
second.
thing is, I can't see this. Oh, yeah, go on. You're all right.
Right. Hang on. Let me. What do you prefer? Like that?
Yeah. Let's
Or
stick
like that?
on the side, I'd say, because on the side.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's better for me as well. I'm on my phone, you see, so it's a bit. I have to scroll up and down slightly.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Let me get rid of this
we are.
caption. I don't need to see it.
is there only 3 tiers here? Is there only 3?
No, there's more. It's just so many films. Let me just move it up a bit.
Right, okay.
Right.
Yeah, better for me, yeah.
There's a limit how creative I can be asked to be sometimes. So we've just got shit at the bottom. We've got Snooze Fest. They're not very creative. Apologies. I literally did them about 2 minutes. 2 minutes before we went on. Catch It on Netflix. Cracking and Badass. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah.
Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah, everyone does some fancy ones. Fuck that. We don't do fancy ones around here, yeah? We're better than that. Right. Shall we start then? So, we'll start with The First Omen. Came out last year.
Omen?
What?
No one has ever said Omen.
What did I say? The First Omen. What did you say then? Say it then.
Omen.
Omen. How do you say it then, Jordan?
Omen.
Fuck off. It's my channel. I can see
The First Omen.
Right. I tell you what, I'll kick it off. I thought this was okay, and I would catch it on Netflix. It was a perfectly serviceable movie, nothing too bad about it, but kind of forgot about it straight away.
Yeah, I agree, Jenks. I'd put it on the 3rd tier. Pretty good experience watching this one in cinema. I think I'd give it a much more favourable review when we chucked it on the channel than I would now. I kind of haven't thought about it since I watched it. But I enjoyed it on first watch. I'll chuck it in the same
What about
tier.
you, Jod?
I would actually put this in Snooze Fest. I know that's a bit of an unpopular opinion, but I just found it really dull and boring, to be honest. And the whole climax at the end that leads into the original Omen, it doesn't really matter when you've seen the Omen 3. So,
yeah.
Well, I haven't seen the Omen 3, so what's up with that?
Well, if you got to watch it, I won't tell you, but...
Right, I will watch it.
Yeah, Sam Neill is going to be president, isn't it?
Sort of, but... Yeah, it's like... It's ending on this thing, like something terrible is going to happen, and it doesn't quite get there, does it? So
yeah, I'm sure there's actually an Omen 4, isn't it? The Awakening.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, it's like a straight to video movie. It's not very good. It's the worst one.
And it's a girl this time. They were doing shit like that, gender swapping all back then as well, weren't they?
Yeah.
Anyway, right. So you're outvoted. We'll stick it in. Catch it on.
Fine.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
We should clarify. We're assuming everybody knows where they were on, but we basically just between the three of us, we're going to pick where it goes rather than each of us putting in a different category. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Drag and drop.
We'll be here till tomorrow if we do that.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Next up, fittingly, we've got Immaculate. Now, I really enjoy this, and I'm going to put this on cracking.
I enjoyed
not just
it
because Sydney Sweeney's boobs.
Jenks, shut up. Shut up. Snooze Fest for me. I got on with the first Omen much more than I did with this one.
It's a very similar movie, isn't it? There's always like 2 films come out sometimes in the same year that are very similar, isn't it? But I would put this in Catch It on Netflix. I liked it better than the first Omen. I didn't love it, but I thought the last 30 minutes was fantastic. Yeah, and so Sydney Sweeney, a lot of people are saying she can't act this time, but I thought she was really good in it.
She's in a film. It's called Winner or something, or where she's like the CIA interrogating her. Have you heard of it? Winner,
no.
It's called or something like that. She's a brilliant actress.
No, I've seen her in that comedy movie, and forgot the name of it, with the guy off Twitter.
But you.
Yeah. Anyway, so just chuck it in. Catch it on Netflix. Both agree?
Yeah.
Right then. Next up, you can kick this one off, Jod. Infested. Where do you think this should go?
I would also put this on Catch It on Netflix. I really did enjoy it, and as an arachnophobe, it kind of got under my skin a little bit, I will admit. I thought the guy who directed it done very well with the use of mirrors and stuff when people are in the bathroom and see them coming through the vents and stuff. I just didn't like any of the characters, and I did not care about them, to be honest, because they were all like little assholes, really. I thought.
Yeah.
But overall, it was a good horror movie.
What about you, Kurt?
I would put it in cracking.
Yes.
So I thoroughly enjoyed this film. My only problem is I have no fear of spiders whatsoever. So I had a different experience to you, Jenks. It didn't really connect with me in terms of scares.
Yeah.
I just thought it was an insanely well-made movie. My hype going into the film, because Sebastian Vanacek had already been hired to direct the next Evil Dead, which is now titled Evil Dead Burn. Obviously, I went in with those eyes that this guy's going to direct an Evil Dead movie. It definitely helped me enjoy it more. Cracking all day.
Right, I would put it in cracking also. I am terrified of spiders. There was a big spider in my toilet the other day, right? And I had to get my wife to get it.
I can relate to that. I can relate.
I wouldn't have admitted that.
I don't care. Look, I'm not scared of anything. I don't care about rats, about snakes. I just big spiders. I don't care about small garden spiders, but the big horrible motherfuckers. Oh, fuck off. I love this film. I think it was the first time ever that I was glad that I had arachnophobia, because I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much because it was so scary. Anyway, should we move on to the next one? So, Kurt, what? Oh, this is obvious. We got VHS Beyond, came out last year.
Yeah, I'm not just saying this because I'm biased. I put it in top tier because I just absolutely love this franchise. And I thought this was one of the stronger entries in, I'd say, new era VHS, post VHS viral.
Yep.
There was only one segment I didn't enjoy, which is pretty good for a VHS movie, although, I enjoy the majority of them. There was one really weak one, and I thought the rest were all top tier. We had some great segments in this one.
What about you, Jod?
I'd put this in cracking, to be honest. It's probably my favourite VHS movie I've watched. I love the skydiving segment. That was like my favourite segment out of all the VHSs I've watched. Like Kurt, there was only one I didn't like, and I don't know if he's on about the same one, but it was like the last story where she's in the desert. That was the one I didn't really like.
That was Mike Flanagan's one.
Yeah. Mike Flanagan's wife, wasn't it?
My one was the one set in India. I just found it bit
generic.
Of a pointless story and generic, It just kind of didn't have a story. It just started and ended.
So for me, I would say, like most of these, they're perfectly fine. I would catch it on Netflix. So I suppose we'll put it in cracking as a middle ground.
Yeah, definitely.
I did think it was one of the stronger ones. I'm not a huge fan of these, but they're always worth watching because even if you have one good segment, it's worth it because it's only on streaming. It's not like you go to the cinema and pay 12 quid.
They always make me want to write my own little horror stories as well. When I watch them, they inspire me to want to write stuff down.
Yeah. And do you know the desert one? I thought visibly it was a bit like all over the place. The plot was quite good and haunting because she was kept getting repaired, but she was getting disformed because of the speed. I kind of like the idea, but I think Curtis is right. The Indian one was very much generic. She's a monster. She kills everybody. All right. Okay. Is that it?
Yeah,
definitely.
I feel like the other stories in this one were so elevated. Now, they may not be for everyone, a little bit silly at times, but these were some of the most elevated stories they've done on VHS. And I just felt like that was maybe one that belonged on a really early VHS. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Right. I'll pick this one off. I'm going to go Substance. Badass.
Yes.
All day. We don't even need to quarrel about this one, boys. I think we're all in agreement. I know you like this one, Jod.
Yeah, I watched it again the other night with my wife, and that was the first time she watched it, but I thought it was even better on rewatch. So absolutely love this film.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Margaret Qualley is so hot, isn't she?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
She got quite the perfect body, also.
Yeah, I think the boobs are faking it because I think it's just to match Demi Moore's because she's got fake big ones, but they put a prosthetic.
Why are we talking about boobs again, Jenks? Like,
no, I thought
this isn't a bro channel.
I thought we were talking about Sydney Sweeney. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I'm going to go badass. What do you, Kurt?
Yeah, badass.
What about you, Jord?
Badass, mate, definitely.
Yes, nice. Okay, Jordan, we're going to kick this one off. Now, I know me and Curtis reviewed this 2024, this year, sorry, but it came out last year, Nosferatu, so it's on the list. I'm going to go catch it on Netflix. It was good, and I haven't got much beef with it, but I forgot about it instantly.
Yeah, I would probably put it there as well. But I am really wanting to rewatch this film because I've heard a lot of people say they enjoyed it even more on rewatch when they weren't really fussed the first time. It was the first hour for me was so much better than the second half, all the build up and the ramping up, going to Count Orlok and stuff like that. But overall, I did find it a little bit of a drag, like 20 minutes too long here and there.
Yeah.
So first time watch, I would probably put it in, catch it on Netflix. But I've got to say, stunning visually. One of the best looking movies I've ever seen, to be honest. So
yeah, I completely agree with you, Jod. I'd put it in, catch it on Netflix. I give it a solid 4-star, guys. A very good film. I mean, he's such a capable director. It looks stunning. Mm-hmm. But, he was spot on the money there, John. It was a little bit too long. The first half's better than the second half. So, I think that's
the consensus, pretty much everyone. It's like, it's visually stunning. And the thing is, I've got catch it on Netflix sounds like catch it on straight to video, but Netflix is not a dumping ground really anymore. But so, anyway, so Jordan, what do you think of Thanksgiving?
Oh, I love this, mate. This was just like everything I wanted as a slasher fan. Fantastic movie. I can't wait for the second one. But I loved all the little, like the little comedy sort of things thrown in. Like he'll kill someone who's eating a bit of sweet corn, and then the sweet corn will roll on the floor, and he'll put his foot on it and stuff like that.
What about when he stops to pet that dog or cat? It's a cat.
I can't even remember that.
He's just like slaughtered someone.
I think
he takes their head off, and then he stops, bends down, feeds the cat, and pets it.
Yeah, I remember. Sorry, I thought you were talking about an animal kill there, but yeah, I know it's funny.
Where would you put it, Jod?
I would put this in probably Kraken, to be honest. Wasn't fussed on the characters, but everything else worked for me, to be honest. I wouldn't say it's on the same level as The Substance or something like that.
I love the way you pronounce Kraken as a new.
Kraken.
Yeah, it's awesome. That's the top tier word for you to say. Kraken. What about you, Joe? Kurt?
Kraken, I agree. I absolutely loved it. I just can't put that in the same bracket as Substance.
So I would say catch it on Netflix because it's a good film, but I'm not a big slasher fan. But it's not. I haven't got a beef for there. I couldn't. If I reviewed it, I wouldn't have a lot of things to say. Just not my scene, so I'm happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
Right then, Kurt, Alien Romulus.
This is going in the top tier for me. I absolutely loved it. All the problems people had with this one, specifically towards the ending, I didn't see any issue with it whatsoever. This is one of the best cinema experiences I've ever had. It is one of the most visually stunning movies ever. I've got a very good TV at home. I don't want to watch it again because I won't get that same experience I had in cinema. I will watch it again, obviously. But I was blown away watching this one in cinema. I give it 5 stars. I thought Fede Alvarez done an absolutely outstanding job. And I can't wait. If he does get that sequel, there's rumours that he is developing a sequel to it. I'm all for it because this guy has read all the comics, he's played all the games, he's watched all the movies, he knows the lore inside and out, and it did feel like he cared about the story and where it was going. Yeah. A little bit too similar to the original, maybe. I would have liked him to have a bit more of a personal voice, but an absolute fantastic film.
So for me, I liked it when I saw it. I'd never liked the ending. I just did not sit well with me. I don't mind if that was a sequel about a hybrid alien, but it was felt tagged on to the end. The characters were very forgettable. They all kind of blended into one. And it was one of those films where I liked it leaving, and the more I thought about the worse it got, where sometimes you have the opposite effect. So it's not a crap film by any means, but I give it a solid 3 stars, and I would catch it on Netflix, personally. What about you, Jord?
This is badass for me. This was my second favourite movie of last year after June 2. It was my favourite horror movie of the year. Yep. I loved the ending. That was my favourite part of the entire film. I'm just glad they really sort of threw me off there, even though people say it's similar to The Resurrection. But I just loved everything about this movie. I mean, apart from the CGI on the certain character, and maybe one little line that was a little bit too nostalgic.
Yeah, it was inserted in, wasn't it?
Yeah, everything else worked for me. It's the only movie I've been to see twice on the cinema. I went 2 days later, bought the popcorn bucket and everything. I had such a good time. I liked it even more on rewatch. Yeah. And a lot of people say the characters are bland and stuff, but they actually grew on me a little bit more the second time. So, I loved it. Fantastic movie. It has to be badass for me.
Okay, well, will that mean it goes in the middle? No, if it's 2 badasses, then staying in badass, isn't it? I would have thought, obviously, innit?
Sorry, Jenks.
It's got to stay in badass.
I'm going to read a few comments. Is that all right, Kurt?
Yeah, of course.
So I don't know if you said hello to Hugh Huckridge. He's in the house.
Hiya, Hugh.
I think you already have. Where were we? Let's look. Hang on, build it up here. Bear with me 2 seconds. So Eli says the First Omen is mid-tier for sure. Gina says my Ziggy puppy pup doesn't need to hear about boobs.
Yes, Jenks
is in heat, and he's horny enough. Come on, there's always room for Sydney Sweeney. Eli Cortez says never seen Infested. You need to check it out. I think it's on Shudder. Still on Shudder, isn't it, Kurt?
Yes, it is. Yeah. It's a Shudder original.
Eli Cortez also says, now I have to watch it if Curtis likes it. Oh, listen, that's a good recommendation.
Yes.
Gina says, never seen any of these. Eli also says, VHS Beyond is killer, badass territory for sure.
Hell yeah, Eli.
Yeah, and Eli Cortez says, got to put this up, don't forget to slash that like button, sub to this awesome channel, and consider becoming a member of the mighty Twisted Knights. Thank you for the endorsement. I really appreciate
songs of
that.
praise, Eli. Thank you, pal.
Yes. Oh, look at this. It's amazing. We've still got members. Gina gifted 1 membership. Oh, awesome. Oh,
thank you so much, Gina.
And it's going.
Thank you so much.
To Denise Wheat. Received a membership. Oh, you're a star, honestly. I'm so chuffed.
Welcome, Denise.
Yes, welcome, Denise.
You probably didn't want to be a member and you didn't ask for it, but welcome.
Yes. And hang on. I saw Jordan Moran says, I saw Alien Romulus in 4DX. Absolutely wild. Okay, we're all caught up. Awesome. Okay, where are we now? So we're on to so Speak No Evil. I'll kick this off. I love this movie. I think it's badass. I think it's better than the original, only because the original ending did not sit well with me. It's too horrible. I don't care if it depicts real life of tragedy. I don't want to see that in a film. I want to be entertained. If you watch the news, if you want to see realism, it was a great action movie, great horror, great thriller, great performances, and I loved it, and I'd highly recommend it.
Yeah, you're absolutely spot on, Jenks. The reason I enjoyed this one more is because of how much I disliked the original. Now, the original is only a few years older, but you've just got that horrific ending. Like you said, Jenks, I don't want to see that. There was a time in my life where I wanted to see the most disgusting movies and I wanted to be grossed out. I'm past that age now. I've got a kid. I don't want to see that stuff in films.
No.
So the change in ending was welcome. But that aside, this film was fantastic, and James McAvoy absolutely knocked it out of the park. My top 3 favourites from last year.
Yeah. What about you, Jod?
Top tier.
Yeah, I would put it in Kraken. This was the biggest surprise for me last year, because I was like, okay, this other one's only 2 years old. It's in an English language anyway. What are we doing here? Do we really need this remake?
Yeah.
And the way the third act change. I'm glad we have sort of both of them now, so you can sort of take your pick, the bleak ending or the more Hollywood style ending. So I really enjoyed this. It threw me off. I was expecting to not like this at all because I just didn't think we needed it. But James McAvoy was awesome.
I think
this. So good.
I genuinely think this remake only exists because of the ending was so decisive. I think when you look on Rotten Tomatoes of the original, and lots of people say, "Oh my God, that ending, Jesus!" And they thought, I think the producers thought, this is such a good film because it's foreign. We can make it quick again. We don't have to wait 20 years. It's foreign.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think they did the smart move.
I'm a bit weird. I do like sort of bleak endings at times. But
you're sexy, you know. It's
but
disgusting.
It's bleak, yeah. There's a few more people that have dropped in, so let me just say hello quick.
Yeah, go for it.
We've got Frankie D, Curtis and Jenks and Jordan and chat. Hope you're all well. There's a few movies in this timeline I haven't seen yet. Hiya, Frankie. Thanks for jumping on, pal. And
awesome.
We've got Don's back to being late. Yes, my favourite Don.
Brilliant.
Hiya, Don.
Yeah,
I was going to say, hope you're having a nice Sunday.
Yeah, you are my favourite Dawn after Dawn of the Dead 2004. Any excuse to mention our film.
Yeah.
I like that one. That was good, that.
Right. I forgot what it was. Oh, yeah. So, Kurt, you kick us off because it's your baby. We're going to Talk to Me 2023.
Do you know what, right? I know I said it about Alien Romulus, but I'm going to say it again, right?
Don't say masterpiece.
No, as far as horror experiences go in cinema, and I've said this to death on the podcast, I have never been so shook up leaving the cinema, just out of pure excitement. Now, not terrified, but just blown away to the point where me and my girlfriend sat in her car in silence for 10 minutes because we were like, what the hell did we just watch?
Yeah.
And I loved it so much. It took me a year to watch it again because I didn't want to ruin that experience.
Yeah.
So I had it sitting on the shelf for a year, or around that. And then I watched it again at home and it hit just exactly the same as it did the first time. Like you've said as well, Jenks, everyone feels real. It's grounded and it's just horrific. It's such a top class film.
So where's it going?
Badass all day.
Have you got the hand? You got the props, haven't you?
I did. So my birthday this year, my girlfriend got me the official hand from A24.
Nice.
I don't know how much she forked out for that one, but it's by far the best present I've had.
Why isn't it on display?
Thank you, Palf. It is on display. It's in my living room.
I mean, behind you. It's a great prop to have.
It's awkward to display up here, Jenks, because it's so big.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I put it on top of the box it came in because it's quite unsturdy without it.
Yeah.
And I did try put it there, but it just didn't look right.
So you leave that out, but you've still got the dildo on your shelf, innit? That's something wrong there.
Dildo? What?
I've got a little tiny crappy version.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, imagine you have one of those like rubber fists you can buy. I think someone bought me the wrong one. Something wrong.
Instead of talk to me, it's play with me.
Yeah. Yes. Where's my wobbling? I'm gonna put John. Where would you put it, buddy?
I'd probably put it in Kraken. I did really like it the first time I watched it, and then I watched it with my wife again, and it wasn't as good on rewatch. I don't know why. I don't know what it was, but I did enjoy it. You know, it was pretty good. I really liked the main Sophia Wilde, is it? I thought she was a great protagonist in this. And there was some freaky moments, and I liked the whole concept of like, it's kind of like you shouldn't misuse certain things and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it was good. I would put it in Kraken.
I put it in my top 10 of the 20s, 2020. No,
last 25 years, millennium.
Last 25 years.
Yeah.
I put it in my top 10 for that. I absolutely adore this movie.
So I really like this film. I would put it in Kraken, which is no, it's not a bad thing. And I totally agree with you, Jod. On second view, I liked it a little bit less, but that's not taking much away. I think probably the only thing that didn't sit well with me, and it's a bit of a nitpick because it's a solid film, the camera lingers onto the ghost too long, and it felt less scary the longer the camera was on. I think flashes would have been better. But that's, again, nitpicking. It's a cracking film. That's why
One thing I didn't.
So I've got to settle for cracking then. That's unfair, that is,
I had to
guys,
settle for Romulus at the top.
That's enough.
Right.
Hey, high is okay, low is bad.
Okay, so I haven't seen Halloween Ends.
You watched it with me.
Sorry, I'm thinking of the other one. I've seen
thinking of
Halloween
Kills.
Ends, and I'm going to put this in Snooze Fest. I did not really like this. I thought it was too weird. I know it's trying to do something different, and it's a swing and a miss. But it was the final one, and they missed really hard. And I wasn't that excited to see a showdown between Michael Myers and a 75-year-old woman. It just doesn't appeal to me. So yeah, for me, and he loses.
So this is my least favourite out of the new trilogy, but this is a movie that's grown on me the more I've watched it. So the first time I watched it, similar feelings to you, Jenks, obviously with the massive change they go through in this one, the time jump. I did feel a bit disjointed with the movie. I didn't like the Corey storyline. But the more I've watched this, I've watched it about 4 times now, and every time I've watched it, I've enjoyed it more and appreciated it as a solo movie, quite not connected to Halloween and Halloween Kills. I think it was David Deathray said the trilogy is Halloween OG, and then Halloween 18, and then Kills, and then this is an anthology movie. And I love that. Yeah. Because it's a perfect way of looking at it.
Yeah. What about you, Jod?
I would put it and catch it on Netflix. I actually quite like this movie. I like the Halloween franchise and other franchises when it does something different. Yeah. And for me, I know you've got to execute it, but for me, it kind of did. After that opening scene, I was like, okay, we're doing something a little bit different here, and I just got totally invested in it. I did like the main character's called in it? Corey
Cunningham.
Yeah, I liked his whole story, but I think they kind of should have set this up in the second one instead of having it in the third, because it's like over too quick and stuff. So it feels weird to be in a trilogy, but as a standalone movie, I quite like it.
Yeah, I think if Halloween Kills was the final showdown and this was just sandwiched in the middle, you'd probably be going, oh, they did something different with the second one. Because it's the last one, it's like, oh, you can't do shit like this.
It does feel a bit disjointed.
I put in, I don't think I said, but I put in Catch on Netflix, Jenks. So I agree with Jordan.
So, did he? Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That has got to be the most hated horror film
it's got to be in
5 years, isn't it?
Definitely decisive, isn't it?
Yeah. People are pissed off for that movie. I think that kind of makes me like it more.
Right. Okay, so next up, right. So
don't let me down, guys. Come on. Do not let me down.
Do you want to kick this off? This is Deadstream. Have you seen this, Jod?
I have, but it sounds like Curtis is quite excited about it, and I might be letting him down here.
And Jenks doesn't like it either, boys. Come on.
Let him down. Right, where are you going to put it? Please say shit.
I wouldn't put it in. I wouldn't exactly. There's very little films I'd probably put in shit, but I would put it in snooze. I just don't like the main protagonist and the screaming.
Yeah, he's a bit annoying.
Yeah.
Shut up, Jenks.
I'm going to agree with you. It's a snooze fest. I watched it. It started off brilliant and I genuinely scared. Then it went way too silly and Evil Dead. And I don't mind Evil Dead, obviously, but it started a very different film and it went way too demon-y and boring. So, yeah. Curtis is suicidal as we speak.
Just move on to the next one. It's pointless me even saying where I want it. Just go move on to the next one.
Where do you want to put
snooze fest? Like, are you mental?
Curtis will be
snooze fest.
Curtis will be saying, "Don't be having him on again, Jenkins."
Yeah, none of us be on.
Jesus Christ, boys, that is shocking.
Well.
Can I just say one thing, right?
No.
Do you know what? I'm going to say something nasty. I'm going to stop myself, right? Before I say something nasty, we'll move on to the next film, right? Because I'm going to be polite. We've got a guest.
I'm sorry, mate.
Right, come on, next film. Let's do
All right.
it.
So basically, Curtis loves this film. Next one, and right then, Curtis. And I'll start this one. Bones and all. Right, this film, okay, it's a tough one because it is kind of cracking and even badass. but I kind of forgot about it quite quickly. But I got so much respect for this film because it's so original. There's no other film like it, and it was hard to market this film because you didn't want to give away the premise. And when I've recommended this to people, I've gone, I don't want you to watch a trailer. Just watch it because you'd be blown away because it's kind of a twist. But I'm going to put it as a mark of respect because it's so clever. I'm going to put it into Kraken because it's so clever and so original. What about you, Jod?
I'd probably put, it was in my top 10 horror movies of that year. So yeah, I'd probably put it in Kraken myself. I really liked the story, and it was a bit of a long movie, but it never felt boring to me. I was always like invested in the story.
Yeah.
It was very weird when that Mark, what's his name?
Mark Rayland.
Yeah, when he sounded like that pervert guy off Family Guy, the way he's talking.
Yeah, Herbert the pervert. No.
Yeah, that's who he just reminded me of. But I liked all that whole scene and everything involving him. It was great. And when they meet them two guys in the outback, that was kind of, you were on edge a little bit there. And I just thought it was a really good story. I got involved in the romance, invested in it, so they say. And great performances. I really enjoyed this one.
Yeah. What about you, Kurt?
Catch on Netflix. I did enjoy it, but I've never thought about it again, and it was a bit too long for me. I was really into Timothée Chalamet at the time. It was just about the time where his career was like really starting to kick off. I was really excited, and the director's done something else great. I can't remember what.
It's just
Luca Guadagnino is his name. He's done Challenges, didn't he?
It's just such a...
Yeah, I just forgot about it very quickly. And until Jenkins, you sent me the list of the movies we were going to talk about, I completely forgot it existed.
Well, to be honest, Kurt, if I'd done this list without going on Wikipedia, I doubt if I would have remembered. So I'm kind of putting on Kraken as a mark of respect because it's so original, so well made, so well acted. And
I give a mark of respect. You've got no respect.
I could probably border this on Catch It on Netflix because of the rewatchability. It's not a film I'm always going to go back to, but like you said, I've got respect for it.
Yes. Let's keep it there. Okay. Kurt, do you want to kick this off? Abigail came out last year.
Yeah, so this, I don't think this one quite made the cut of my top 5 of last year, but I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. It's got one of the best casts in any horror movie, or at least for a long time. Dan Stevens is always a big selling point for me. He's become a bit of a scream king, hasn't he? It's ultra fun. I didn't have the same issue that most people had about spoiling in the trailer. I feel like the whole movie is about her being a vampire, and I feel like the film is built on that. It's not some sort of reveal that gets kicked in over an hour into the movie. She's a ballerina vampire. I feel like the film was built on that. But it's just one of those fun location movies. You've got great chemistry between all the actors. The gore's great. Alicia Weir, she's fantastic in it. She goes from Matilda to Abigail, and what a flip. What a flip that was. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think I give it 5 stars when I first watched it. It's probably dropped to about a 4, which isn't a massive drop, but I haven't thought about it as much as some other movies I loved a bit more last year.
Yeah. I would stick it in Kraken because I did think it was Kraken. I can't give it a badass. I haven't got much beef with it. I think it was very funny. I thought Catherine Newton was brilliant, and is it Kevin Durant, the big guy?
Yeah, he's so good. He was so good, didn't he?
He was. Those two together. I would like to see them and someone else together because their chemistry was fucking spot on, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
What about you, Jod?
I'll probably put it in Catch It on Netflix. I wasn't as high on it as everyone else. I did like the characters and the violence and all that. And Catherine Newton's always great, isn't she? But I just think it didn't know when to end at times. You know, it was just like trying to throw all these little twists here and there. And there's a bit where Melissa Barrera tries to guess who all these characters are. Like, oh, you're the sweet innocent girl who thinks she's done nothing wrong and stuff. And she's saying it to all the different characters. And then it's like an exposition dump. But then they do it again like half an hour later. I'm like, we've just done this half an hour ago.
Yeah, could be right.
That might be me being a bit nitpicky. I don't know. But it was fine. I've no desire to go back
I
to
mean,
it.
you're right there, and those things did happen. I didn't notice them, and that's why it doesn't jump out to me that I want to watch it again and again and again. Sometimes you can't quite put your finger on it, and that could be it. You could be right. Could be stretching out these scenes too long. Right. So it's Kraken, then. Did you put it in Kraken as well, Kurt?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. Keep it there then. All right. So Malignant. Now, I did not like this film at all. I thought James Wan's sort of follow up with this. He hadn't made a film. No, Aquaman was before this, was it? He'd sort of
not Aquaman 2.
He jumped. Well, he'd left horror. He jumped back into horror.
Well, he did Fast and Furious as well.
Did he? Which one?
Yeah. The one in London. Was it 6?
6, I think he done. Yeah.
6.
Well, anyway, I did not like this film. I didn't like the twist. I thought it was silly. I thought it was a bit too superhero-y for me. It was a good twist, as in, like, I didn't guess it, but it was just like a bit laughable in my opinion. Look, it's not shit, but I would put it in snooze fest because I have no desire to watch it again. And maybe a rewatch would enhance it, but I can't be asked.
I absolutely love this movie. It was right up my street. It was a proper love letter to Basket Case. All these schlocky 80s, 70s body horror movies, it had that feel to it. Giallo, it's got the Giallo feel to it. I love the twist at the end. That police station scene where she's just ripping through everyone, and the scene where she's in the cell as well is just phenomenal. Yep. I put this movie in badass. I've watched it multiple times. I'm a huge fan of this film.
What about yourself, Jod?
I've only seen it once, but I'd probably put it in Kraken. The movie finished and I was like, yeah, that was fine. And then on the way home, I couldn't stop thinking about it. And then I realised how much it was actually really great it was. I love, like Curtis said, that police station scene was amazing. I love the whole reveal and stuff like that. I thought the main actress in it as well. It was Abigail something or
she was in Peaky Blinders.
Annette Wallace or something. The name is, isn't it? I thought it was really good, mate.
I don't like her. She's in The Mummy. She was that Tom Cruise one. I thought she's quite shit, like quite bad acting in it.
No, she's in the first Annabelle film as well, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, mate, I really enjoyed this one. One of James Wan's better movies for me, to be honest.
It is, and his camera work in this movie is insane. When you've got the camera going through the house and you've got the shadow figure going round. Oh my god, what a cinema experience this one was.
So you give it badass, you give it Kraken. So and a Kraken, I suppose you'll go in. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Whose pick is it now? Jordan. Evil Dead Rise came out last year. What do you think?
Oh, I love this, mate. I just love the whole location change to the apartment block. I loved the performance of the mother. I forgot her name. Something Ferguson, is it? What was her name?
It's Alyssa Sutherland.
Alyssa Sutherland, yeah. The bit where she's looking through the keyhole and stuff. I thought that was all really done great fantastic movie. I maybe put this in what's the top one?
Badass.
I'd probably put it in that, to be honest.
Yeah, John, I absolutely agree with you. I watched this one in cinema twice. I did the same with Evil Dead 2013. When an Evil Dead movie comes out, you go see it more than once in cinema. I was blown away by this movie, and what I love the most about this film is that they take you out of the cabin for the first time, not including, obviously, Army of Darkness. It's a bit different. They take us to an apartment block, but they keep all the same rules. So you've got the staircase that gets destroyed. They're stuck there. Instead of the trees wrapping around her and possessing her, you've got the wires from the elevator. So they keep all these same tropes that they've got with the cabin Evil Dead movies, and they chuck it in this modern day apartment block. And then you've got, instead of the trap door, you've got her behind the door. Some really clever ways to kind of keep it the same, but put it in a completely new location.
Good point.
This movie blew me away, guys. I absolutely love it.
What are you going to put it? Top tier?
Top tier all day.
I love this movie. Look, it's always a battle between this and 2003 2013's one. I've on different days I changed my mind, but gun to me, I always prefer 2013 one.
Go
But
on, Jenks. Mention how much you dislike the monster at the end.
So I did not like when she became a big stupid monster. That's the only thing that tips it, but it still doesn't stop it being a top tier movie. I absolutely love it. I think she's one of the best villains ever. It's second only to Henrietta in the Evil Dead franchise. I love this film. I'm going to stick this on Badass with you. Yeah. So
nice. It's got the best title card as well I've seen in the horror movie.
Oh yes,
God.
Amazing.
All day.
Amazing.
Yeah, nothing comes close.
Right, Curtis, we are going to go with Fresh now. What do you think of that? This came out 2023.
What do you think of that?
What do you think of this?
So I haven't watched this since it came out, but I did thoroughly enjoy it. My girlfriend likes Daisy Edgar Jones, so I've been meaning to show it to her for a while.
I like her as well.
But I haven't seen it in a long time, but I thoroughly enjoyed it the first time I watched it. What's his name? Sebastian Stan.
Sebastian Stan.
Stan Sebastian. He's fantastic in it. He plays a sort of Patrick Bateman type character. It's got that same sort of vibe to it.
Yeah.
It's one of those horrors that's hard to call a horror because it's so quirky. Like, is American Psycho a horror movie? Yes, because there's loads of horrific stuff that happens in it. This has got a similar feel to it. I'd put it in cracking, but details wise, I'm a bit lost on this one, guys. It's been a long time.
I love this movie. I've recommended it to loads of people, and every single person loves it. I love him, and he's so good. Very good comparison. He is very Patrick Swayze. Ghost is
the
a horror.
Swayze man.
He's good looking. He's charming. You can see why women would like him. She's brilliant in it. I love the dance they do. It's so Tarantino picturesque. I wish this film was bigger because that dance routine where they just kind of staring at the camera and doing a strange dance, it could be a poster on the wall. That image.
Yeah, definitely.
But I'd probably put in cracking because it is cracking.
Yeah, agreed.
What about you, Jod?
Yeah, I'd probably go to catch it on Netflix. I've only seen it once, like Curtis. Sebastian
or
Stan
catch it on Disney Plus.
That's it on, yeah. Sebastian Stan's really charming in it, and it's like there's no way I believe that he was up to something, even though, I thought that's how the whole movie is probably going to be about that. It's like I never wanted to believe it because he was like such a nice person and stuff.
So handsome.
Yeah.
So it was a good little concept.
Yeah.
But it's not. My memory's a little bit vague on it, to be honest.
It's a bit of a love fest. You got Sebastian Stan. We got the Sydney Sweeney's boobs. It's a proper sort of love chart, I think, tonight. Right, our next one up, Ben. Black Phone came out 2022, I believe. I could be wrong. Look, I read the short story, and the short story is literally the first 2 pages. It's just basically the first 5 minutes of the film, right? It's very loosely based on it, and I liked it. I've never watched it again, so I would chuck it on, catch it on Netflix, definitely.
Yeah, we watched it together, Jenks, and I haven't given it a second watch. I can't say it was a film that blew me away. I thought Ethan Hawke was great in it.
Great mask.
The mask is awesome. I love the interchanging faces he puts on it.
Yeah.
There was a lot to love in this movie, but it kind of slipped me by. I watched it once and I never really thought about it again.
Yeah.
But it's a very decent movie. I love the director. He done Sinister. What's his name?
Yeah.
And,
Scott Derrickson, yeah.
Derrickson. He also did a great segment in a VHS movie too. But I'd agree with you, Jenks. I'd put Catch It on Netflix.
What about you, Jod?
Yeah, I'd put it on Catch It on Netflix. I really liked the grabber, and he was quite freaky, that moment where the kid's got to go up the stairs and he's waiting for him. I thought, that made me shudder a little bit there. And I like the whole visual style of it. It was set in the 70s or something like that, was it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. But the only thing that didn't really work for me is when they started going into the supernatural side of things.
Yeah.
And I believe the second one is really going to play on that. So
Yeah, but they didn't delve into the supernatural elements enough. Like, they didn't have to introduce them because they kind of added nothing to the story.
Yeah, because she predicted the address, but he was already escaped by then. You're thinking, well, what's the point of her being psychic? Yeah. She didn't help anything.
I don't think it really explained as well, did it? How she got all that ability. So
look,
nothing it has to.
The short story, okay, Stephen King's son wrote it, right? Joe Hill. And obviously it's made on the back of the fact he's Stephen King's son. But the short story, I swear to you, was about 20 pages, okay? It doesn't have an ending. It's just like they're answering the phone, these kids have been kidnapped, and then dead people are talking to them. They don't escape. I don't even think they escape. It's just like a premise setup that doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Weird.
Anyway, right, Jordan, what do you think of Army of the Dead? It came out 2022 or 2021 maybe. I'm not really sure.
I thought it was fun enough. I loved the opening credits scene.
Yeah.
I had a lot of good characters in there. I thought Batista was great and everything. But again, a bit like Fresh, my memory's a little bit vague. I've only watched it once when it first come out. I love the whole use of Las Vegas and stuff like that, but it's not one I'm ever had any desire to return to. So I did like it. I probably catch it on Netflix, which is where it is.
Yeah, where it is.
Yeah.
So for me, I go back to this a lot. I've seen it about 5 times. I have the same problems with that everyone else does, and it's a bit like one of those films shitty films you like, Kurt, that you know is shit. I don't think this is shit, but I'm saying is I don't care about the flaws. I like it in spite of the flaws. It's silly. There's robot zombies in it. There's alien shit going on. It's very, very strange. But I do enjoy it, and I like Dave Bautista, so I would put this in Catcher on Netflix as well.
Agreed. Catcher on Netflix all day. I've still only watched it once. It was a fun movie. I think Zack Snyder does a great job visually every time. I know a lot of people shit on his visual style. I quite like it. I think he's great with a camera and what he can achieve with the budget that he has. But yeah, it was just a fun zombie movie. They just lacked complete tension. Yeah. None at all, which I would have liked a little bit more of. I think it was a bit too flashy and colourful.
Yeah. Oddly enough, so when Dawn of the Dead came out, it was the foreign version was called Army of the Dead. And also the sequel he planned to make was going to be this. Direct sequel, but he did 300 instead. Right. Kurt, you've got Insidious, the red key. The red door. Sorry, these are so small I can't read them. Where do you want to put this in, Kurt? What do you think?
Yeah, so this one hasn't aged that well for me, to be honest. I was quite hyped leaving cinema after this one. I am a huge fan of the Insidious franchise, and it was great to see them all back, the characters from the first 2 movies, because obviously they've been absent for a couple of them. And I was kind of bewitched leaving cinema after watching this one, but the more I thought about it, the months after, it kind of dropped more and more in my books.
Yeah.
I'd still probably put it on Catcher on Netflix.
Yeah, what about you, Jod?
I'd probably put it in Snooze Fest.
No, do you know what? Snooze Fest. I'll do Snooze Fest.
Yeah. My main problem is like him and his son reconnect to try and discover what the further is, but it's like we've already seen this in parts 1 and 2. Do we really need to? It's like it's recycling the story again. So
I'm gonna put.
I'm
gonna do the same. It's gonna be in Snooze Fest for me. And you know what? It's almost went in shit, right? But no, there's a part of it right at the end where what's his name? Patrick Wilson. He's singing the song in the credits at the end. Do you know that Shakespeare Sister song, Jordan? Stay. Do you know that song? I'm not going to sing it live on YouTube.
Oh, is it like a slow song?
Yeah, and somebody's dying in it, and she's her boyfriend's dying.
Right, Jenks, we're talking about music too much now. We've got like 20 films left.
He does a cover of it. I thought, that's Patrick Wilson singing. I thought, he directed it. He's thinking like, I'm a singer and I want to insert one of my songs in there. It's like, oh, fuck's sake. They're pretentious.
Putting a little plug for himself.
Yeah. I think we better move through him a bit quicker. We got loads left. Okay, no more talking about singing. Right then. Okay, Quiet Place Day 1. I was disappointed with this. I thought it was the weakest of the three. And I'm going to stick this in Catch It on Netflix.
Yeah, agreed. I like it less now than I did the first time I watched it. Again, I was a little bit bewitched leaving cinema with this one. I was really into Joseph Quinn at the time as well.
Yep.
Stranger Things 4 was just kicking off. He'd become a star on the back of that. And yeah, it's not really a film I thought about much, to be honest, so I'd put it on Catch It on Netflix.
Jord?
I would probably put it in Crack, and I absolutely loved it. But I was just expecting like them to do a big blockbuster movie and go, oh yeah, we've got no ideas, so we're going back to day one here. But there was actually a really good story at heart, I thought, with them two characters. I actually really liked it, so I'd put it in Cracking.
Okay. Right.
But it's staying in Catch It on Netflix, isn't it?
Whose go is it? Is it my go? Right. I'm going to do this quick. No, your turn, Jordan. What Barbarian? Where are we going to put this?
Yeah, probably not the best one for me to start with, because when I watched this movie, I was so damn tired and I kept falling asleep and rewinding it. So I need to rewatch this film. But what I will say is I absolutely loved the first 30 minutes where he was going down the steps and everything. I have to wake my wife up and say, listen, you're going to have to watch this with me. But yeah, I'm going to have to rewatch it, mate, because I don't think I can give that a fair rating, but I will probably put it and Catch It on Netflix.
All right, what about you, George? Kurt?
Top tier for me, guys. I'm a huge fan of this film. Now, I'm not as picky as you, Jenks, so I'm not saying that, but there's not many movies that I watch and I'm texting people constantly to watch it, right? So I usually watch a movie and there's a couple of people that say, oh, this was a good film and recommend it. Now, very rarely a film comes along where I'm texting everyone I know, you have to see this movie, because I absolutely love this film. I love the switch they do in the second half, the twists. This one was right up my street. I loved it.
So for me, it's Catch It on Netflix. I was very disappointed. I thought the ending was very generic. I would have preferred the Airbnb story, the sort of bait and switch when you think it's going to be like that guy pretending that they've double booked. I thought that was a much better story. So I'm gonna it's not shit any movies.
Hey, we meet in the middle, Jenks.
What did you say?
Top tier.
But Jordan said Catch Me.
What
did you say?
He hasn't seen it.
Oh, okay.
He hasn't seen it properly.
No, I did say Catch It on Netflix, but only because my memory's a little bit.
Oh, there we are. Then it's going on Netflix.
No, but sorry, kids.
Yeah.
He literally said, right, he went, I can't give a fair judgment on this movie.
If I was, I'm going to put it on Catch It on Netflix. That's fair.
But I enjoyed the first 30 minutes. It's a 2-hour film. He hasn't seen an hour and a half of it.
Swap it for Curtis because he loves it. Go on.
Oh, he's going to do it. That's
Give me something.
I know.
Jenks,
I don't blame you because he's going to poo.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
He's not even. What's worse? He's not even joking.
I'm not. You're doing my head in.
Right, let's speed up.
We'll put that theme too low for him so we can put that one.
Okay, yeah, let's speed up. We got way too many.
He likes to show off when we got guests. He's usually nice to me.
Right, let's speed up. Okay, we got Smile 2. I thought this was excellent. It was better than the first one, and I'm going to stick it straight into Kraken. That was a quick one.
Catch It on Netflix. I thought it was a very good sequel. But again, same with the first one, quite a generic horror movie.
I thought you loved it.
It was a decent film, yeah.
Okay, what about you, George?
I put it in Kraken. Naomi Scott, one of the best performances I've ever seen in a horror movie, and the directing was lifted up a notch even more. So I loved it, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay, cool. That was a nice quick one.
Right. Yes, he did, Eli. He did.
So next up, Jordan, we're gonna do Scream 5.
Catch It on Netflix for me. I was expecting a lot more when he was saying, "Oh, we've got this script that Wes will be proud of and everything," and it just felt like another Scream movie to me. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. I just think it was on the weaker end of the Scream movies, but I did enjoy it.
Yeah. What about you, Kurt?
Catch It on Netflix. It was better than it had any right to be. Obviously, the first one Wes hadn't had any involvement in. I've only watched it once in cinema. I've never actually gone back to rewatch it. I think that just says it all, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, catch it on Netflix.
Same year, I would catch it on Netflix. A good, solid sequel, and it's just as good as the other ones, I'd say, apart from the first one. Right, next up, Terrifier 2. No, I haven't seen this. So between you two, what do you think?
I would probably go in Kraken, to be honest. I absolutely loved it. I know it's a 2 hour and 20-minute movie, but I don't think it ever dragged. Loved some of the kills in there. And Art the Clown is like in my top 3 horror villains now. I just absolutely love the guy. And I know it went a little bit too supernatural. That was my biggest qualm with it, because sometimes it felt too dreamlike. But it's still a great movie.
Yeah. What about you, Joe?
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you, John. I'm very new to the party. I love Terrifier 2, not quite as much as Terrifier 3, but we'll get to that one.
Right, I'm going to kick this one off. Nope, Jordan Peele's film, came out, I can't remember, 2021 or something like that. Right, it's the first 40 minutes is excellent, really good mystery, very good horror, sci-fi, very creepy with what's going on in the sky. But the last act was a piece of shit, and I'm going to stick this on Snooze Fest.
Yeah, agreed. Snooze Fest. The biggest drop in quality I've ever seen in a movie. Oh my god. The scene where the UFO is hovering over the house and you can hear everyone inside screaming, pure nightmare fuel, and the second half just ruined everything I enjoyed about the first half.
Yeah. What about you, Jod?
My biggest disappointment of the year, to be honest. I did like Keke Palmer in the movie, and visually it was a very stunning film. And I admit I need to rewatch it, but I'm going to quote Jenkins here and say I'm going to put it in shit.
Hey! Where did you put yours, Jordan's? Kurt? Snooze Fest.
One up from shit. Yeah, Snooze Fest.
Because
the first half was so good.
Yeah. It's not because it's a lot better than Us, but not even close to the first one. That's called Get Out. Okay, Jordan, Megan, Mathregan.
I would probably put this in Snooze Fest, to be honest. I wasn't massive on Megan. It was okay, but I didn't really like, the main protagonist, the woman who's babysitting the pit.
Alison Williams.
She didn't show one bit of emotion that her sister had done.
No.
But Megan singing Bulletproof to her was a little bit cringy and stuff like that, but it was still fun enough. I didn't love it as much as a lot of other people.
Would be
I agree with you, Jod. Snooze Fest. I had some enjoyment out of it in cinema, never gone back and watched it again, and just completely forgotten about it.
I would put it on Catch It on Netflix. I do like it a lot, but Kraken is reserved for some crackers, so that's fine. So Snooze Fest it is.
Second one doesn't even look like a horror movie.
No,
I know.
Right. Kurt, when you kick us off, this is Conjuring 3.
This is the first movie and probably the only movie out of them all I'm going to put on shit. I hate this movie with a passion.
Yeah.
I am the biggest fan of James Wan's universe, the Conjuring universe.
Yeah.
The first 2 Conjuring movies and some of the spin-offs are some of the best modern-day horror movies I've ever seen. I'd put Conjuring 1 and 2 up there with my top horrors. And the guy who directed this movie, I can't stand the guy. They keep bringing him back and hire him to direct these movies, and he keeps ruining them. I've never been so pissed off leaving the cinema after a movie, ever.
Yeah.
Shit all day.
Shit all day. What about you, Jod?
Yeah, I put it in shit as well. I
hated this movie.
I didn't like the way they made Vera Farmiga as some sort of superhero. She can touch one little bit of the crime scene and then see what's happened.
Yeah.
For me.
I wouldn't put in shit, but I would put in Snooze Fest, but I wouldn't disagree. What's that film? Is it Megan is Missing? Is that the film? The horror film?
Yeah, there's a film. Yeah,
I can see Eli Curtis. Megan is shit. And I was just thinking that's a good spoof name for Megan is Missing. Okay, we're whizzing through them now. Brilliant. Right. Okay, I'm going to start this. I absolutely love this film. It's The Menu. I'm going to straight into Badass. This was my favourite film of the year when it came out, which was 2022. I absolutely love this film. If you haven't seen it, you've got to watch it. It's amazing.
I agree with you, Jenks. Badass all day. Fantastic film.
Yeah.
Jordan?
Yeah, badass for me as well. Nicholas Holt's such a weirdo, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's great in it, though. I love that film.
I haven't heard anyone else saying, because I said this is exactly the same plot as Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I've heard no one else say that.
Yeah,
I'm claiming that.
You've never said
it's
that
the
to me
exact
before.
same plot.
Yeah, you're right.
Mm.
Yeah,
And she's Charlie.
Yeah. It is the exact same plot as Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
That is brilliant. You're right. Do you know what? Thinking of it, because I've seen this film a couple of times. I've recommended it to so many people, and everyone loves it. But yeah, I've never heard that comparison. I love it. That's really good.
Need a bloody physical media release of him.
Jenks, are you Jenks being nice to me right now? What's going on?
No, I like that. Well, we got a guest on. When he's gone, I'm going to call you a twat. Anyway, did you say the same, John? Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, badass, mate. Loved it.
Cool.
Yeah,
cool.
But I just need a physical media release of it.
Yes. Right. Jordan, Freaky came out 2021 or something. I don't know. It's got Catherine Newton and what's his name? Vince Vaughn. What do you think?
Vince Vaughn, yeah. Yeah, I'll probably put this on catching on Netflix. I had a fun time with it. I really like Vince Vaughn. He's one of my favourite comedy actors, to be honest.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
And Catherine Newton as well. It's like a match made in heaven. So I really like the way Catherine Newton plays like the lovable little teenage girl, and then she's like such a sinister character. So I had fun with this one.
I would totally agree with you. I love the bit where Vince Vaughn's in the car and he's going to kiss that boy. It's so horrible.
Yeah.
He's so big.
I put it on cracking, boys. I think I enjoyed it a bit more than you two. I've gone back to this one a fair few times. I just love that they keep putting spins on these body swap Freaky Friday movies. Cracking for me, boys, but I'm outnumbered on that one.
Yeah,
I'll take the loss.
It was, if it was in between the two, and I'll happily sit on that. Right, Curtis. Oh, perfect one for you. Host came out 2020 actually. Yeah.
Badass all day. This is one of the most impressive horror movies ever made because, like Blair Witch, and obviously I'm not comparing it to Blair Witch. Yep. I'm just saying that it's a guy who wanted to make a movie and he just went and did it, and he made a fantastic one. It is so basic. It is so inspiring to watch, especially wanting to be a filmmaker. It is so independent, but he did such a good job.
Yeah, he nailed it.
Yeah, he absolutely nailed it. And I was genuinely terrified watching this from the first time I'd seen it. And again, it's a film that I'm constantly still recommending people to watch. I loved it.
What about you, Jod?
Yeah, I really liked it. I'll probably put it in cracking, to be honest, but it was so relatable at the time because it was COVID when it came out, and it's like he made that movie within the 2-week period or something, and it just fitted the time so well. And like Heather said, it was quite freaky as well at times.
There's a set photo, right, where you can see an iPhone sellotape to the back of a laptop.
Nice. So I would put this in cracking as well. It's an excellent film, and I was genuinely scared watching it. And also, because it was an hour long, I thought, do you know what? We live in a world now where you don't have to have the constraints of an hour and a half because you're watching things on streaming. You don't have to worry about going to the cinema or you need a night out. You could just, if it's an hour long, it's an hour long, and this was perfect. It didn't need to be any longer. But I would put it in cracking.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to put Saw 10 in catch it on Netflix. As much as I really love the sequel, and I think it's probably the third best, 1, 2, and 10, I would say. And it has made me excited for 11. I can't really put it with the others with the cracking list because they're too cracking. But yeah, I think catch it on Netflix, a solid sequel.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jenks. I haven't even seen all the Saw movies. I've probably seen about 4 of them. So I'm not the best judge in terms of how this stacks up against the other ones. But I'd probably say it's the second best one I've seen out of the ones I have seen. Yeah. And a great cinema experience. Probably one of the nastiest films I've seen on the big screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went into this knowing that people had gone on John Kramer's side, and I was like, there's no way I'm getting on that guy's side. And then like 10 minutes into the movie, I was like, oh my God, I want him to kill all these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I'd probably put it on Catch It on Netflix as well. I think it came 11th in my year of ranking. But my biggest problem with it, and we mightn't even see it now because I heard Sword 11's in a bit of turmoil, is that Cecilia did not get the worst death imaginable, and she still may be alive, and that just pisses me off.
The woman with the leg had the worst death, isn't it?
Yeah.
that was a horrendous death. One of the worst in the Saw series, I think.
Yeah, she was only a couple of seconds away from surviving as well.
Yeah. Just adding one more. Sorry, I'm just doing something behind the scenes. Somebody just mentioned the chat. I forgot to put Hellraiser.
Great. Add more movies. Get rid of Ghostbusters while you're there, Jenks.
I got rid of a few, but I thought, if he whizzing through his, I think it's funny fair to put on. Anyway, where was I? Sorry. Are we all agreeing Catch Me?
Yeah.
I keep saying, I'm trying to say Catch Me if I can all the time. I never see Catch It. Right, okay, next one up. We've got Beetlejuice. It's not shit, it's a snooze fest. And it's going straight in. Very disappointing sequel. It tried to be about 8 different stories at once, and I did not enjoy it.
I agree with you, Jen. Snooze fest. Although I did enjoy it more the second time round. But I did watch it with my daughter, who's a big fan of Beetlejuice. She absolutely loved it. So I got some more enjoyment out of it on the second watch. I wasn't as picky on it or nasty to it. But I'll agree, Jenks. It's a pretty weak sequel.
Yeah.
Put it on Snooze
What
Fest.
about you, George?
I would actually put it in crack, and I really enjoyed this. I was never really a big fan of the original Beetlejuice, and then I watched it for the 3rd time just before this, and I went, actually, I liked it now, and I was really looking forward to the second one. I know there's a lot of stories going on, but the only one that didn't really tie up for me very well was Monica Bellucci's character. I thought the rest of it was fine, and I had a great time with it.
Yeah. Eli Curtis having a dig at me. Jenks' favourite movie poster in the world, and he puts it in mid-tier. He's talking about Saw X. Cheeky bastards.
That is a great movie poster.
Right. So are we all agreed then we're sticking it in Snooze Fest, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool beans. Right. Next one up, we've got Last Night in Soho. What do you think of this, Jord?
Top tier for me, mate. I remember watching it at the cinema, and I just thought that felt so original, so different. I absolutely loved it. Great performances from the 2 main female protagonists, and the way I loved the whole unraveling of it, the mystery. It was great. Loved the whole way it was shot. My only problem was a little bit of CGI towards the end. That didn't look great, but overall, great movie, great story.
Yeah. I would personally stick this in cracking. I really enjoyed it. Not quite bad, that's for me. But I really, really enjoyed it.
You leave that on top tier, Jenks, boy. I'm with Jordan this one. I absolutely adore this movie. Edgar Wright can do no wrong. Fantastic film.
Apart from Baby Driver.
It's a universally loved movie, Jenks, but okay.
Yeah.
It's universally loved, like.
Yeah, street trash is universally hated as well.
He's got you there.
Crack on, Jenks, crack on.
Okay, so both you say badass, yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so next up, I'm going to go with, you can do this one, Kurt. First of all, it's VHS 99.
99. So this is the one...
Yeah, remind me which it is.
I actually didn't enjoy that much.
Can you remind me of a segment or two, because they all blend in?
You've got the news reporters. They're abroad somewhere and they get stuck underground. So there's an earthquake and they're all stuck underground and there's something down there with them. That's one of the segments. Another one of the segments is they end up in hell.
Oh, that's shit.
So I will admit that this is probably as bad as VHS Viral, Jenks.
So we're gonna shit?
No, Snooze Fest. It's still got that great aesthetic that I love from VHS, so I got some enjoyment out of it, but the segments were so poor on this one, because 94 was so great. It was such a great comeback for VHS, and they followed it up with this one, and I was so disappointed.
So, what about you, Jod?
Yeah, mate, my memory's a bit thingy on this, Curtis has just reminded me now of some of the segments. I did like that earthquake one, though, to be honest, but probably put it in Snooze Fest, to be honest. I've seen 3 of them, and this is my least favourite one.
I would put it in shit, but I'm outnumbered, because that was a weak one. The one before it was better. The one before it, was that the one
94 is probably my second favourite VHS movie. It's the one with the mechanical man, Jenks.
Yes, that was good. Most of the
and
segments were good.
Ratman.
Yeah, I didn't like Ratman, but majority were good. So Snooze Fest it is then.
Yeah.
Okay, we're whizzing through them now. Bodies. I'm going to stick this in Kraken. It was such a hidden gem. Okay, it's got such an original story, and like an whodunit sort of murder mystery. But honestly, what's the name of the guy now? The funny
Pete
guy?
Davidson.
He was so good in it. Like I don't care about him as a person or an actor or whatever, but he was so good in it, and I love this movie. And a lot of people don't even know it exists. It's great.
I'd put on Catch on Netflix. Very solid film. I haven't got many problems with this movie, or if any. It's just not one I've gone back too much. So I'd put it on Catch on Netflix.
What about you, Jod?
I put it in Kraken. Like you said, Jenks, I think it's a bit of a hidden gem. No one really talked about it, but that ending, man, is just threw me off so much. And it's just totally weird. And all the characters, I think they were meant to be annoying, but they just weren't. You know what I mean? If you kind of get where I'm coming from.
Yeah, the girl with the dark hair, I think she might have been Jewish. She was brilliant. She was a bit dopey. I don't know the actress's name.
Oh, Rachel Sennot's character.
Yeah, she was excellent. Okay, cool. So that's staying in Kraken. Right, Jordan, Quiet Place Part 2.
Right, I was hoping this was going to be on the list because this is top tier for me. This was my favourite horror movie of 21, was it? Or 2020, whatever it was. One of the best cinema experiences I've ever had. Thankfully, all the crowd were silent. You could hear a pin drop, and that just added to the experience. And I just thought I loved the abrupt ending. I loved the whole journey the characters are going on, introducing Cillian Murphy and stuff in there. Yeah. And the when it goes back to day one was a great segment as well, which was kind of not getting me hopes up for the other one, day one, because I thought we've done it perfectly in Quiet Place Part 2. Yeah. But I can't wait for Quiet Place Part 3. I thought this was excellent.
For me, I liked it a lot. I obviously, you miss John Krasinski, but obviously Emily Blunt is a brilliant actress and she could carry any movie. It was, I suppose it was trying to be a sequel / prequel with the flashbacks, but I kind of forgot about it. So I would put it on catch it on Netflix, just because I kind of forgot about it.
Kraken for me, I think it's a very solid sequel. I just don't like it as much as the first one, but it's still a phenomenal film. Jenks, me and you watched this one in 4DX. It kind of ruined the experience for me. I'm not a fan of 4DX.
Yeah, because the seats make this when they're moving, and it's Quiet Place.
it's a solid movie. I can't wait for the third one because of that abrupt ending. But I just like the first one more. I'd put the first one in top tier. But,
definitely. So we'll keep it in Kraken, and Okay, so we're on Old. That came out 2023, I think. It was M. Night Shyamalan's film. I did not like this film. It's not shit by any means, but it's a snooze fest.
I would put it on Catch on Netflix. I enjoyed this one a little bit more than you, Jenks. I am, unfortunately, a big fan of M. Night. I do get disappointed a lot these days.
Fucking hell.
I wish he was still making movies as good as Sixth Sense and Unbreakable.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. I love the concept. I know it's not an original one. I know it's adapted from a graphic novel. Yeah. But there's so many cool concepts in this movie about the aging experience they go through. I've gone back to this one a few times. I quite enjoy it. But it's on the lowest scale of M. Night's movies, and I'd put it on Netflix.
What about you, Jod?
Yeah, I thought I liked it a lot more than a lot of other people. A lot of people were really hating this film when it came out, but I thought it was a really cool concept. I liked the characters aging and stuff like that really quickly. I'd probably put it on Catch It on Netflix, to be honest. Not M. Night Shyamalan's best, but a decent effort, I thought.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
Stick it on there. Right. Jod, what do you think of In a Violent Nature?
Right, this might make... Go on, sorry.
No, I was finished.
Oh, this might make me sound like a sadistic weirdo, but I found this movie very relaxing.
It does. It does make you sound like a psycho.
I just come back from seeing A Quiet Place day one on the cinema, and I got home, and I think this was on VOD or something. I watched it on the couch and I was just like, I'm just chilled out watching this. So I'd probably catch it on Netflix. I didn't like the last 20 minutes where we changed perspectives, but there was some great kills in here, I thought.
Yeah, I would say I watched it and I didn't initially like it, didn't hate it. I just was like, oh, it's a bit boring. But when I started thinking about it, and I saw the practical effects. I was like, fuck, those practical effects were amazing. Like, especially the one where he's chopping the guy with the saw thing. It was seamless. So I would stick it on, catch it on Netflix personally.
Cracking for me, boys. This was one of my favourite movies of last year. I would say just missed out on my top 5. I had a great time with this one. Obviously, being a big fan of Friday the 13th, you've got some great callbacks there to that one. With obviously the actress of from part 2, I believe, at the end of the movie, the woman she gets in the car with. Yeah, even the bits everyone fell asleep on, the walking for the woods and stuff, I loved it. I've gone back and watched it again. I felt the same way. Not quite badass, but I love this film.
Where do you put it, George?
Cracking.
Catch it on Netflix, man.
I would say the same, so it goes there. Right. So, Kurt, we've got Halloween Kills.
Oh, badass all day. Guys, I absolutely adore this movie. This is one of my favourite Halloween movies. It's my second favourite, only because of how iconic the first one is.
Yeah.
I get people's problem with this one. I do, and I'm aware of the law of Halloween. I'm a big fan of the franchise. But this one just gave me everything I wanted in a horror movie. If you can kind of just close your eyes to the original Halloweens and how those ones go, this one is just balls to the wall, pure violence. I love the way the movie starts. And I just love the tone of it. It's probably it's the best Halloween's looked for me, in my opinion. I love this film.
Best mask, anyway. It's amazing.
Yeah. It's a phenomenal movie.
I haven't seen this, so it's just down to you, Jod.
Sorry, but I would put it in snooze fest. It's not one of my favourite Halloween films. I think it gets very, very repetitive with just kill all the time. But there was some things I did like it. I like it when we went back to the 70s. I don't know how that wasn't Donald Pleasance, because exactly like them. But I hated that Andy Michael Hall's character with the baseball bat.
Tommy.
Sorry?
Oh, Tommy, man, come on.
Tommy, yeah. I thought he was one of the worst horror characters I've ever seen. And what happens to that guy in the mental institute, it's all his fault. For saying, oh, it's Michael, even though he looks nothing like Michael because he's like half his size. So for me, it's probably my least favourite out the trilogy, but I don't mind it. I think it's one of the weaker Halloween films.
So you're badass, you're snooze fest.
Doesn't matter. Check it on Netflix. Doesn't matter. I've said what I think about it.
I've said my piece, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Okay. So I tell you what. Kurt, this is is this Beyond? Yeah, this is VHS Beyond.
No, that's
85.
80.
Oh,
85.
How do you know? I can't see.
Well, because I know the poster. I just know what the poster looks like.
Anyway, 85. Remind me of this one, Kurt. 2 segments.
There's a story that interconnects, isn't there? There's a story that links to the other one.
It's the people who don't die. They start getting sniped.
Yeah.
And they don't die.
Yeah, one more segment, and I'll completely.
Oh, bloody hell, Jenks! How much do you want, man?
You love this series.
One more segment.
Come on, you love it. You should be spewing them out.
There's one where a girl puts the goggles on, and she's in like a VR thing, isn't it?
Virtual reality thing, and it starts attacking her.
On the stage. Oh, this was shit. Absolute shit. Genuine. I remember now that goggle one. I was like, I hated it. It was so painful.
The last story was really good, though, in the police station.
Yeah. I'd put this one. This is Scott Derrickson did the police station one, which is a fantastic segment. I'd put it in cracking all day.
What about you, George?
I'd probably put it on Catch It on Netflix.
All right. So it's going up in there.
Right. Oh, Scream 7.
So, Scream 6. I will put Scream 6 in Catch It on Netflix. I do not hate this like a lot of people. I think it's not as good as number 5, but it's perfectly fine. Yeah, the ending's a bit convoluted. And it's a lot of exposition dumping with all the killers and all this, but it's not the worst film in the world. There's a lot of worse films.
Snooze fest for me, guys. I didn't get on with this movie whatsoever. I kind of switched off about 20 minutes into it, and by the time it came to the ending and it was the same shit repeated over and over again, I'm a little bit done with this franchise, and I felt it with this movie, so I'd have to put it in snooze fest.
Jod?
I'm going to be the odd one out again here. I'm going to put it in Kraken, to be honest. It's probably... I love the ghost face with the shotgun and everything.
Yeah, with the dirty face and the sort of like Michael Myers broken looked awesome.
Yeah, and the opening where it's like you see the killer straight away. I thought they were going to do that for the whole film, which is something I've always wanted this franchise to do, to be honest. But the reveal at the end was everything up to that was great, apart from that last 20
I agree.
minutes.
And I also think that they weren't brave enough to kill off enough of their friends. They all survived. They've been stabbed 100 times. They're still surviving. Like, oh, come on, have a bit of balls. You killed off characters.
Big hench boyfriend gets killed, but she survives.
Yeah, it's nonsense. So what did you say, Kurt? Snooze Fest.
Snooze Fest, yeah.
So let's keep it and catch it on Netflix, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. Jod X. Ty West.
One of my favourite horror films on this entire list. It's probably going to go in top tier for me. What I like about this is it's a slasher movie, and the characters in slasher films are usually just there for cannon fodder. But this one, I like virtually every character. They've all got personality, and the dialogue and stuff actually is what the whole through line's about. The porn industry and stuff, and that's what they keep. So they're not just talking shit, basically. And some great kills as well later on in the movie. Absolutely love Mia Goth.
And I do.
I love the whole 70s style, because Texas Chainsaw Massacre is my favourite horror film ever. So for me, this is one of the best. So badass for me.
I would totally agree with you. Badass for me. I love this film. I was very disappointed with Pearl and Maxine. Didn't like Pearl at all. Disappointed with Maxine. This film was brilliant. Like you said, it didn't even need to be a slasher film. It was so interesting, just the porn industry and the sort of the way that the videotapes are coming in. All that was great. The characters are great. The crocodile or the alligator scene, so well filmed, so well timed. Loved it.
Agree.
Badass all day long. I'm a huge fan of this movie.
Yeah.
What's great about this one? Exactly what you said, Jenks. I think about it didn't even need killing in it. Just the first half of the movie is so interesting. And what I love is that you get so into this movie. The characters are great. Everyone performs brilliantly. But then you get that horror element in the last half hour where it's balls to the wall go. And for some reason, you're not expecting it, even though all the clues are there. Something bad's going to happen. And you're just kind of gone in this movie. And then when a certain someone gets blown out of the door with a shotgun.
Yeah, amazing.
Oh my God. So good. And I was disappointed with Pearl and Maxine.
Yeah. I think everyone was disappointed with. There's a lot of love for Pearl for some reason.
Yeah.
But Maxine, I think universally most people are like, it's a silly ending. I don't know how you felt about that, Jod.
I fucking loved all three of them.
Fair enough. Right, Kurt. Invisible Man came out 2020.
I think this is one of the best remakes out there. I adore this movie. I'd put it in badass. I haven't seen Wolfman yet, but I'm gutted Lee Whannell's had a bit of a dud on his hands, I think, up until that point. Again, I can't comment on it because I haven't seen it. I'm just going off box office numbers and critics.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he hasn't got a hit on his hands, and I thought with how good this one was, it was a sure hit. I was confident it was going to do well. But yeah, I thought this one was great. I loved how they brought it into the modern era. I've never cared about the Invisible Man. I thought he was definitely one of the weaker Universal monsters. And when they announced that they were doing Invisible Man, I thought, don't care. Probably going to catch it on disc.
Yeah.
But they do a fantastic job anyway.
When I watch this, I do this all the time, right? So I can bypass like they've invented an Invisible Man technology, but I was like, how has she pulled him? He's so good looking, that guy. And my wife's like, who cares about that? He's invented an invisible suit. Why is that your main concern? I call bullshit. I would say Kraken for me. Really good film. I wouldn't say badass, but really good, solid remake.
Yeah, I would say I would have said badass, and then I rewatched it just before The Wolfman, and it slightly came down a little bit. So I'll probably put it in Kraken now. But it is a really good modern take on the Invisible Man. I will admit. I love the third act as well when people are just getting taken out left, right, and centre.
I thought the paint scene on the Arctic was incredible. It gave me a proper fright. It was a really good film.
Mm.
Yeah, up there
the restaurant scene as well. Okay.
Yeah, up there with Memoirs of Invisible Man, definitely, with Chevy Chase.
Haven't seen that.
John Carpenter as well.
Shut up, Jex.
Oh, bless. Right, we're on to the last few now. We've got VHS 94. Remind me about this one, Kurt.
Oh, Jenks, you do my head in. We talked about it. Rat Man.
Oh, yes.
It's the one with the mechanical man, yeah?
I like
the woman
this.
looking after the body. There's a zombie.
This was a strong one. I'm going to put this in. Catch It on Netflix is a good one.
Badass for me all day. This is my second favourite VHS movie.
Yep.
This is the only film on the list I haven't seen.
Say it again, sorry, Jod.
This is the only one I haven't seen on the list.
Oh, okay.
Kraken then, Jenks.
Okay, you can go in Kraken. As a favour, you owe me big time.
I'll have to catch up on this franchise, to be honest.
This is a good one. This like, if you're not a big fan of the franchise, this one is a solid one. There are a couple of segments that are a bit flat, but majority is good, I think. So Jordan, Terrifier 3.
Oh, top tier for me, man.
Top tier.
Yeah, I had such a fun time at the cinema with this one. I actually love the Christmas setting. The fact that it goes balls to the wall. Like, I'm not like a whole big fan of killing kids in movies, but the fact that it's done it, but sort of done it off camera, I think was a brilliant decision.
Yeah,
to not turn too many people off Art the Clown and stuff.
Yep.
And oh man, he was just hilarious in this movie. I fucking love Art the Clown, man.
Yeah, I gotta say, this film blew me away. I give it 5 stars. I don't give a shit. It's staying 5 stars. I absolutely loved this movie. I jumped on Terrifier when the third one was coming out because I thought the trailer looked that good. So I watched Terrifier 2, and then the second that finished, drove to cinema, watched the third one. So I watched 2 and 3 back to back for the first time. And oh my God, I instantly fell in love with this character. And Terrifier 3, it's going to be hard to top. Is one of my favourite slasher movies now. I love it.
So I'm not a big fan. I appreciate it. It's not really for me, but I do love the character. I think he's terrifying, genuinely. One of the most terrifying characters there is. If he turned up, you're fucked. Basically, he's so sinister. I love the witch in it. I thought she's brilliant. I would probably put her on Catch It on Netflix personally, but I'm going to be outnumbered. Yeah. Did you say top tier?
Yeah, it's top tier. Yeah.
That scene in the bar was probably my favourite moment of any film last year.
Right, next up, we've got Late Night with the Devil. I really loved this film. I thought it was one of my favourites of last year. Yes, the end is a bit decisive when it kind of, from his point of view, then it becomes a dreamlike state and it doesn't quite match up. But I would put this in Kraken all day long.
Catch on Netflix for me. I'm not a big fan of this movie. Didn't get on with it.
Yep. What about you, John?
I put it in Kraken. I just didn't like the last 10 minutes, to be honest, but everything else was perfect for me. But the guy who was playing the host, he was speaking to me like I'd been watching his show for years, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, mate, David Malchalchani.
Oh, stop. You can't say his name. Don't try.
Yeah, we had this problem. We did the review, didn't we?
Yeah. he can't pronounce simple names and he tries pronouncing that.
No, I'm usually better at the hard ones and shit the easy ones. What is he, John? when we're doing films, it's always French directors, and I'm like, oh, not another French director. Shit.
But you'll stay away from names like Mia Goth.
Yeah.
Right. So what did we say? We stuck it in the top. Innit?
Kraken. I put it in Netflix. You two put it in Kraken.
Perfect. All right.
Jenks, skip Ghostbusters. I don't know why you put it on, pal.
Oh, it's there now.
Skip
Skip
Ghostbusters.
No, I'm not scared. There's only 4 left. Right. I would put this in shit. I hated this film.
Yeah, shit as well. Crap film.
I hated it.
Awful.
What about you, Jord?
I didn't mind it. I put it on catch it on Netflix, but it's in shit now. So.
Can we just leave it in shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, there. Leave it in shit. Leave it in shit.
Just for shits and giggles, you know. Pity for shit. There's only 2 things in there. We've got to put a few things in, isn't it? Right. Don't Breathe 2. What about Kurt? What do you think of this?
Yeah, I absolutely love this movie. Now, I absolutely loved the first one, and I was quite worried when they announced the sequel. I thought, how the hell are they going to do this? And fair play to them, they came up with an idea that was, again, nothing like the first movie, and we kind of follow him as the hero in this one. Not to say that he's really the bad guy in the first one. He's done some shit things, but they're the ones that break into his house, even though he has got a woman tied up in his basement.
I know, he's a good guy. He's all right.
Let's not forget about that. I'm just saying that he wasn't like a glorified villain in the first one where he's going around hunting people, and he kind of becomes the hero in this one. And I just loved where the story went. Now, I don't think it's as well made, and the cinematography weren't as flashy as the first one. The first one is still heaps better. I just thought this was a fantastic sequel. I'd put it in Kraken.
I would put it in Kraken. I would say I've forgotten a bit. I haven't seen it again, but I do remember thinking, oh, this is a solid sequel. Yeah,
There's a bit where he glues someone's lip shut and he stabs himself in the cheek with a screwdriver to release some breath.
Oh, yes.
Oh, so good.
Amazing. What did you say? Kraken. I'd say Kraken as well. What about you, Jord?
I'd probably go catch it on Netflix because I've only seen it the once, and for some reason I can get on board with John Kramer being a good guy, even though he's killed hundreds of people. But I just couldn't with this guy. So it didn't kind of work for me, that whole hero type angle, but it was okay.
Right, fair enough. So we'll keep it in Kraken, and right, Smile 1. Curtis, what do you think?
Netflix for me. Similar to what I said with the second one. The second one's much better than the first one, but just quite a generic, forgettable horror movie for me, guys.
Yeah. What about you, Jord?
I'd probably go in Kraken like the second one, even though I do like the second one slightly better. They're very, very similar for me. I thought it was a cool little concept. And I jumped that much in the cinema that I scared the girl next to me. She actually said, I jumped because you did. So I really enjoyed this one, to be honest.
I would agree with Kurt. Stick it in Netflix. It is a good film. It's not as good as... It has a way too much credit for what it deserves. It's putting up there with like Conjuring. It's just a throwaway horror. The second one now, much better for me. Yeah, leave it in Netflix. Right. So do you want to finish up, Ben, with the last one, Jord? She's the guest. Hellraiser remake came out 2022, I think it was.
I would probably put this and catch it on Netflix. I think what was her name? Jamie something, who played Pinhead, was great, to be honest. I like the whole deal where the protagonist wasn't really a perfect person, wasn't like a recovering drug addict and stuff like that, and played on that angle a little bit, kind of like they did in Evil Dead 2013. Thought the costume design, everything was fine. It's a little bit long, but I enjoyed it, but I have only seen it the once.
So I saw this once. I thought it was fine. The problem is, right, is that there's so many sequels that they're all so shit apart from the first 2 that this was 1,000,000 times better than like 7 of them. So you've got to give it some credit. And at least he went back to the origin. It wasn't just some corrupt cop, and then they throw in Pinhead for the sake of it. I thought she was pretty good as Pinhead. I thought, like I said, the makeup was great. I didn't have a big problem with what's his name? Doug Bradley.
Doug Bradley.
Obviously, he is Pinhead, but if you're gonna do something, do it different, and they did it different. Yeah, some good Cenobites in it. So I give it like a 3 stars or Netflix, I'd say.
I think Pinhead was actually a female in the book anyway. So
Yeah,
I think so. What about you, Kurt?
Yeah, catch it on Netflix. It's a decent remake. I've only watched it the once though.
Me too. Yeah, that's our list. We've done it. Not bad.
Jesus Christ.
Under 2 hours. That's all right.
Not bad going.
I'm not good. So, Jord, do you want to plug your channel?
Yeah, it's not Movie Squared.
Movie Sperm.
Sperm.
Oh, Sperm.
Sperm, I said. It was a slip of the tongue. I wasn't making fun, I promise.
What the hell? So I've got Movie Sperm and Movie Square now. So, yeah, Movie Squirm. I just basically talk horror, do horror reviews, top 10s, rankings, stuff like that. So yeah, basically I've just reviewed the 3 latest Popeye movies, if anyone's interested in that shit.
I haven't seen them, but apparently it's... No, I heard Scream Boat is half decent. Popeye is shit. I can't remember.
Yeah, all 3 Popeye films weren't very good, but the last one I've just watched, Shiver Me Timbers, was terrible.
Great title. Yeah. Are you coming to the HorrorCon in Manchester?
I still haven't got my tickets yet, but I've just seen something. Have they sold out, or is that just a diamond pass?
Yeah, they've sold out.
There's a shit.
Yeah.
Well, there may
them.
be... I think they said there's 12:30 entries left. So you may be able to get in at 12:30. Double check, but yeah, I think with the Scream cast and now Simon Pegg, the tickets have just blown the roof. Like they've just announced Devon Sawyer.
I've seen a few of them announcements. It's just some good ones. It's me being too slow.
But that's a shame. It'll be great to hook up with you.
Yeah. Check, pal. If you are thinking of going, it'd definitely be great to meet up, pal. But yeah, double check.
And it's only down the road for you, was it? Like an hour away, Manchester? From
40 minutes.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Yeah. I said to my wife, I definitely want to go and stuff, and I just totally forgot about getting the tickets, and then I seen that today, and I was like, oh.
Tell you what, I've got Jenks' ticket on me. You can have his if you want.
Hey, I paid you for that. I sent you the money. No way. Right, guys, we're going to wrap it up because it's really late for us. I really appreciate you coming on, Jordan. This was a pleasure.
Thank you, pal.
No worries. I really enjoyed it, mate.
Yeah, it was a good sport. It was long, but I enjoyed it, actually. It was good. It's much easier with 3 of us in it.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Again, Jord, same as last time, pal. If you've got a live coming up and you want us to jump on your channel to talk about something, we'd both more than happy be welcome to jump on. Like,
mate, I'll definitely sort a live in the next few weeks that we can all get on. I'll think of something or whatever.
Cool.
Happy days, pal.
Right, guys, if you love horror, if you love ranking, please subscribe, and we'll catch you all in the next one. We'll be back here on Sunday, 7 p.m. For some reviews. Okay? Cheers, guys. Have a good night.